Hey guys, it's E3 time, and normally I do my little discussion videos like just during one of my random recording sessions. Like 2 years ago, like during my Tony Hawk video, I think I just talked about E3 because why the hell not? And then last year, it was probably during my Splatoon or Sonic videos, I talked about E3, but this time I'm just going to do an exclusive video for all of that. So I haven't watched all of the presentations, and I haven't really been keeping up with like Microsoft or Sony outside of E3 ever. But I'll talk about what has interested me during all the E3 all the E3 junk. I didn't watch EA or Bethesda, but I don't think I've bought either of those brands' games in years, so it's whatever. So we'll start off with Nintendo because they're my boys. And let me just pull up their page. I have notes for the other three that I watched, but I'm just on the Nintendo page because they got them all here. So if you hear clicking, that's what it is. So this is just in the order that their website is. I guess I'll talk about the Pokemon Direct that was last week. That was pretty cool, kind of. I don't know. I wasn't expecting like a new Pokemon game on Switch. I guess I was expecting like a spin-off, but we had Pokken Fighters DX Deluxe. And I got that on the Wii U already, so that kind of sucks for me, but I might buy it again. I don't know. I haven't really touched it since like the month after it came out. But I don't know. I feel like the Switch is going to be like a great fighting game system, and maybe I'll get into fighting games. Who knows? And then they had Pokemon Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun. So I wasn't super big on Pokemon Moon when I played that. And, I'm going to get this game. I don't know if I'll play it a lot. But, I mean, it's good to know that it's out there. I mean, I haven't played, like, Pokemon Crystal, Emerald, Platinum. I played, like, a little bit of White, too. And then X and Y didn't have one. So, it's not a huge problem if I don't play these games. But I probably will because I have a job now and I can afford those games. And then they announced Virtual Console for Pokemon Silver and Gold. So that's pretty cool, especially since my batteries in both of those games that I own are dead. So I can download them instead of getting new batteries. And I don't think I'd sell the original games, but having them on the 3DS is a lot more convenient than me pulling out the Game Boy or the Game Boy Player, even though they're pretty easily accessible in my bedroom. But yeah, the Pokemon Direct was okay. And nothing else. So then going on to the Nintendo Direct, they didn't really talk about Splatoon 2, but they have it shown on their website. And I can't wait for that to come out next month. Especially since I really love Splatoon 1. Then the Breath of the Wild DLC. So I haven't played Breath of the Wild yet, even though I bought it a couple days ago. I bought my Switch a couple days ago, so I've mostly been playing Mario Kart, even though I already own that, but I just really like Mario Kart, okay? And then FIFA 18, I don't care about FIFA or soccer. ARMS, I don't think I'm going to buy that. Like I said, I like fighting games, but at the same time I don't. And ARMS looks like something I'd probably get tired of after a week or two, and again, never play it again, just like Pokken. But, Pokken has the Pokemon appeal. And the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So that's a game that it looks okay, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Rabbids, although I did rent one of the Rabbids party games on the Wii a couple times because me and my sister really liked the mini games on that. But, I don't know, the Rabbids are just like minions, even though they came first. And, I don't know, they're just super annoying and, like, I don't know. They make me feel uncomfortable, I guess. But, it's like an RPG. I was actually expecting, when they said Mario and Rabbids RPG game, like standard like Pokemon or whatever, where you just take turns on like a two-dimensional field. But as people were saying, it's like XCOM. I don't know anything about XCOM, but it looks promising. I don't know if I'll buy it right away. Actually, I'm not going to buy it right away. I'll probably wait for like a discount or a Nintendo Selects because I don't know, like when they were showing the combat, it's like some characters they moved like to their location and then that was it. But other times like you'd move and then you shoot, and then other times they moved and then they shoot, and then they move again, interacting with another character, and I don't understand how that works. Like, why you're moving 3 times instead of once. But I don't know. I mean, it looks okay, and I hope that the rabbits are just like optional characters once you unlock the 4 main Mario characters. And then they showed Rocket League twice. I don't know why they felt the need to show it twice, but I don't know, like Rocket League looked cool when it first came out, but now I'm just like okay, it's been out for a while. Like, I don't think I have any interest in playing it anymore. But I mean, since I will buy online with Nintendo Switch, I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I won't. It won't be surprising if I don't check it out at all. Sonic Forces, they didn't show that at all for Nintendo's thing, but it's on their page. That I'm almost certainly going to get, although I wanted to play Sonic Generations first, but I mean, I have a copy of it. I just don't want to hook up my 360, which is the dumbest thing ever. I'm just waiting for that backwards compatibility, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, I mean, Sonic Forces, you can create your own character, so, you know, DeviantArt going wild. But yeah, I will check that game out. Maybe not right away, because, you know, Sonic has a reputation of being, like, mixed every time a new game comes out. Even if it's, like, well-polished, it's just, like, if the mechanics are not fun, then people will bash it as much as they want. And then they got a new Kirby game for the Switch coming out possibly in 2018. That looks cool. Although I'm not a huge fan of the new Kirby style of, like, Return to Dreamland, Triple Deluxe, and Robobot. But this one's like more like Superstar, and I'm not a huge fan of Superstar either, but I think that's just because of like personal vendettas or something. Like, I don't know, I just haven't really given Superstar a chance, but I mean, I think the game looks beautiful, and the puzzles are cool. Like, I mean, I don't know why, but I look at Kirby games for their puzzles. And like Robobot, which I played, I didn't play Triple Deluxe or a lot of Return to Dreamland, but Robobot, like, had puzzles, but it was the same puzzle, like, every 4 levels, so it got really repetitive. But on this one, it looks like you have to mix the abilities around, like, so in, let's say Robobot, like, there's a puzzle where you need bomb, so then you just get the bomb ability. They usually just give it right to you before you need it, and then voila, you got the puzzle solved. But in this new game, some of the puzzles are like, okay, like, you needed fire to light a fuse, but there's a rain area like right above the fuse, so once the fuse goes through that, then the fire will go down because of the water. So then if you get the parasol ability, you can block the rain, and then the fire can go through and launch the cannon. So I really like how that looks, and I hope there's a lot of puzzles like that. It gives me like a Kirby 64 vibe, and that's what Robobot gave me too, like, because I think Kirby 64 is like the best Kirby game because it's the first one I played. It's like the first video game I ever played, but definitely a game I'm going to check out. And then they got Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I don't know, I'm probably not going to play it, but it looks good. That's as much as I could say about that. Then we got Skyrim. I don't, like, I've had plenty of opportunities to play Skyrim. Like, my sister got it for the 360 and the Xbox One, and she left her 360 copy at home, so I could play that if I wanted to, but I don't know, it's just not my genre. And then we got Yoshi. So at first I was like kind of turned off, but I like the new direction that Yoshi games are taking, like not art style, but like just getting rid of Baby Mario, because like every time you get hit and you just have to stop what you're doing to pick up Baby Mario again. Like that is really annoying for me, but now with Yoshi, you just get hit and then whatever, like you don't have to go collecting stuff. So I don't know, right now the worlds kind of look really bland, but again, there's a whole new year to work on the game, and Yoshi's Woolly World was really fun. I haven't beat it, but I really enjoyed what I played, and there's 2-player again, and that'd be great if they have the amiibo stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the art style for this again, because like Yoshi's like made out of yarn, but at the same time he isn't, or whatever. But art usually doesn't matter too much to me. And then Fire Emblem Warriors, so I wanted to play Hyrule Warriors when that came out on the Wii U, but I'm not a huge Zelda fan, so I just never decided to buy the game. But I got into Fire Emblem like last year, and I'm having a blast with that. So I'm gonna pick up Fire Emblem Warriors, and they were talking about, oh yeah, we don't want all these sword characters, and then all they've shown are just sword characters. So I don't know if there's gameplay they're gonna show at the Nintendo Treehouse or whatever, because there's 3 days for that. I'm making this video now because I don't want to wait for that one game release that they're gonna do. Like when they announced Mario Party, like Star Rush, just like on day 2 for like half an hour, and then that was that. Like okay, like that's a great announcement, but I'm not gonna hold on 2 days to make this discussion video just for that. But I mean, they did just like announce a 2D Metroid 2 remake for the 3DS, and maybe I'll check that out. I'm not huge into Metroid, but I do like the side-scroller ones a lot more. And then speaking of Metroid, there's going to be Metroid Prime 4, and like I said, like first-person anything is not really my genre, but I played like 10 minutes of Metroid 1 on the GameCube, and the controls just, I couldn't understand them, so I just kind of stopped playing the game right after that. And it was like a $2 game when I bought it. And then Super Mario Odyssey, like holy shit. So last year, or not last year, they announced it like in January or whatever. I was super excited for that. I was like, I don't know if it's going to be a 3D or a 2D game. And from the gameplay they showed, it still looks like a 3D and 2D game. So, like, fuck, you better make that look better. They got checkpoints just like all over these maps, but it's like a 3D map too. I don't know, like I'm still like super excited for Odyssey. I can't spell Odyssey, which I was trying to make a dumb tweet like during the Spotlight presentation, and I spent like a minute struggling on trying to spell Odyssey because I don't know where the E's and the Y's go, like how many there are of each, and all I know is that there might be 2 S's or 2 D's or something. But I mean, like, you can pretty much transform into anything in the game. Anything that is sentient, plus more. And I got, like, huge Banjo-Kazooie vibes. Because, like, that's one of my all-time favorite games. I mean, like, just mix Mario and Banjo-Kazooie, and you got a perfect game for me. So I'm really hoping this game's going to be amazing. And, you know, maybe I'll want Mario Odyssey 2 already. And then they showed, like, 3 amiibo for it. And, like, I already got a Mario, Peach, and Bowser amiibo, so I don't know. If their special features are any different. Like what's the point of making like 7 Mario amiibo if like only one of them does anything different than the others for this new game? Because like, okay, I got the Smash Bros. Mario, like, too bad you don't get the special costume or something that the Mario Odyssey amiibo will do. But that's all the games they showed on their Nintendo page. I feel like I missed something, but I don't know. But Mario Odyssey looks great. And Kirby looks great. Fire Emblem Warriors, I hope, is great. I haven't seen anything really. But yeah, I mean, I expected, I don't know, like I expected a lot, and then like 25 minutes and I'm like, okay, I'll just take Mario and Fire Emblem and anything else is a bonus. And then they still showed more than I expected. Like that's great. And then on Twitter, people are like, no Animal Crossing, what the fuck? And then it's like, New Leaf is, like, every single Animal Crossing game is the same game, except that, like, each new one is just an updated expansion pack of the last one. And so it's just like, I don't know. Like, I really like Animal Crossing, but I won't get excited for it until I get an announcement. Like, I won't be hyping it up, because it's just like, I can just play New Leaf again, like, no big deal. So, I guess that's it for Nintendo stuff. I'm sure, like I said, there's more announcements coming in the next 3 days, but overall I feel very positive about Nintendo's showing. And then I'll go right into Xbox's showing, or Microsoft. So they showed the Xbox One X. I'm not really interested in that. But, you know, because I already have an Xbox One console. I'm just really mad at how big my Xbox One console is, because I got, like, the first model. And it's like, why is it so big? It's larger than a fucking Webster's dictionary or something. I don't know. And I mean, like, I don't have any 4K TVs either. So I don't know what the surfacing thing that they talked about was, but yeah, it's whatever. So I don't need the console, but just thought I'd mention it. Then they showed Assassin's Creed Origins. So I have not played a single Assassin's Creed game. Maybe I played like 10, 15 minutes of Assassin's Creed 3, but I don't know. Like, it's a genre. Well, not a genre, but it's just like a game that like interests me. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like, a lot of people say like the second game is the best or something. And I remember whatever E3 that they showed Assassin's Creed 3, I was like, wow, this game looks great. And I just never bought it, even though you could get it for like $10 on the Wii U. But this new one with the Egyptian stuff, like, that looks cool. Just like desert and Egypt stuff is like a thing that like grabs my attention. Unless it's like a desert level in Mario, which I hate, but like, I don't know, I just really like the theme and aesthetics and stuff. Like, I don't really care about the history, but hey, I mean, if you got a giant sphinx, whoa, I like that. Pyramids. Those pyramids were shiny and I don't know. But maybe I'll get Origins, who knows. Then they showed a lot of games, like they said, like 42 or 43 or something. Not a lot that really interests me, because a lot of them are just the same game, just like a different way of playing or whatever. But I don't know, I only have like 7 Xbox One games, so I was kind of hoping for something else. We got The Last Night, which I don't know anything about it other than it's like a 3D roll, but it's all pixels, and like, I think it looks cool, but I don't know anything about the game. Apparently it's a side-scroller, which would totally make sense. And then Super Lucky's Tale, which is like a really kiddie 3D platformer. It's like, okay, cool, you got that on Xbox, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, like, it didn't look like there was a lot of substance. Like, okay, you can go underground and jump up, like in Splatoon. And I don't know. Like, I'll wait for reviews on that one. Don't know if I'd buy it or not. Probably is a download-only game, so who really knows? And Cuphead, I've been hyping up Cuphead for like 2 years, or whenever they announced it. Now, that's going to be coming out September 29, which is in like 3 months. So, yeah, that's great. I can't wait to play Cuphead. And it's only $20. I was expecting it, like, after all this time, and when you consider like how the game looks and stuff, I was like, okay, it's going to be like $30 or $40. No, it's 20, so I'm a huge fan of that. And then the last bit of Xbox news that I liked was original Xbox backwards compatibility. And so I never grew up with an Xbox. I do have a copy of Conquer Live and Reloaded because I got that at Goodwill last year. So I'm hoping that will be compatible. Otherwise, I don't really know a lot about Xbox games. Like, they showed that Crimson Skies game or whatever it was called. That, I don't know, maybe I'll get that. But the only other games I've heard of are like Shenmue 2 and like Jet Set Radio, and I don't know any other Xbox games. Like, that's it. But who knows? Like, maybe that'll be cool. I'm still waiting for Sonic Generations to be backwards compatible through 360, and yeah, I don't know. And then Ubisoft, I think. So I already talked about Mario and Rabbids and how I think it's okay looking. And then they showed this like spaceship game called Starlink that had like an amiibo game to life or toys to life knockoff kind of thing, and I don't know. It looks interesting, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to put that on my controller. What if you're playing with the gamepad? Like, are you just gonna put that on the screen, or are they gonna require that you? Hold on, hold on. When you play in handheld mode, like, how are you gonna do that? Because, like, I don't know, like, fucking magnets, how do they work? Probably won't buy it, though. I thought it just looked interesting. Worth talking about. And then the PlayStation stuff, this is, I don't know, like, I felt like I saw a lot of great games, but then it's just like, I don't know, because, like, what's that game called? Like, Gone Home or whatever, with the biker dude and all the zombies. Like, I don't care about zombie games at all. Like, if you show zombies on your trailer, like, I just further myself away from the game. because like A, I'm kind of afraid of zombies, and B, it's just like it's been done before. Or Days Gone, I think that's what it's called, not Gone Home. But I don't know, like just the video that they showed was like, yeah, it was scripted, but it's also just like a master let's play where it's like you know exactly how to beat that part of the level, so it looks like, oh man, like you could do a lot, but it's just like you gotta figure out to put the bear trap under the sign, throw the rock at the sign, so I don't know, that's how I feel about that. But they did show 2 games from last year. Like, apparently a lot of the complaints about Sony's conference was a lot of the stuff they showed was from last year. So God of War, like, I don't know if I'll get God of War, but like, I really like the dynamic between Kratos, I don't know his name, and the boy. Because, you know, it's relatable for me, kind of, because I'm a boy. I mean, I'm 19 now, but aside from that, it's like, okay, like, you can tell, like, something is going to happen at the end, like, if it's either, like, a growth arc, or if something happens to one of the 2 characters, and then the other lives on, or I don't know, like, you can tell that something, it's building up for something that's, like, really cliche. So, I mean, there's only, like, 3 options for the ending, let's be real here, but I don't know, like, it looks good. Don't know if I'm going to buy, I mean, I don't have a PS4 yet, but this next game I'm going to talk about, I think will be a system seller for me. I'm waiting for, like, PlayStation 4 to be, like, dirt cheap, because, I mean, I already got, like, 2 systems that are just taking up space on my shelf. Especially like the Xbox One that I mentioned is super thick. But Detroit Become Human, so we really don't know anything about this game, but like when I first saw it, it was like a month after I got into Ace Attorney on the 3DS. So a lot of like how it looked during the trailer last year was like, I was like really into that. And then this year, like this new trailer is like, oh shit, like I'm really, like, excited about this world. Don't know anything about the game, but, like, the world looks great. Especially when you got, like, Connor and Marcus and girl who I don't care about. But, like, I don't know. But I really want to play Detroit Become Human. I've heard that, like, the people who made the game, like, are kind of sketchy, but I don't know. Like, you're making this game for, like, 8 million years, because one of the characters that they showed in like a trailer 2 years ago or something, she was like in some sort of what the PlayStation 3 can do, or I don't know. We watched it in like one of my sci-fi related reading class I had like in high school. And then the last bit of news for me to talk about from E3 is Shadow of the Colossus HD2, because I got the game on my PlayStation 2. It's like one of the 4 games I own. And I played it I beat the first Colossus, or whatever you want to call them. And then they're like, okay, like, point your sword at the sun, and then it will lead you to which way you need to go. And, like, I couldn't, like, I don't know if I just didn't, like, read the game right, or if it just didn't work, but it's either I didn't see where the sword light was leading me, or it just wasn't leading me at all, and I was just going in a random direction, because I didn't find shit where the quote-unquote light was leading me. So maybe, like, this better technology and better graphics would be better. But, I don't know, it's a game I really wanted to play, but I mean, I could have, like, just looked up a guide, but I don't want to look up a guide, you know? So, and then they got, like, it was, like, updated graphics on PS3. I never bought a PS3, but, PS4, like, let's go. So, I'm sure there was other stuff that I missed. Oh, yeah. Undertale on PS4. So, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of Undertale. Like, I think the first half of the game was amazing, and the second half is just like, eh. But one of my complaints about the combat is that, like, the little keyboard is really difficult to move with. Especially on my laptop. Like, the left and right are, like, one big button, and then up and down are, like, the same size. Like, they're combined, they're the same size as one of the left or right buttons, so it's really small, and I'm hoping, like, a joystick will be a lot better. Who knows? I'll get that. Yeah, so there probably is other stuff that I missed, because, like, IGN or whoever, they're just, like, watching I don't know, like they have a little sit down like an hour or two before and an hour and two after the conference, and they probably reveal games during those times too. But I don't have time for those. Like, I don't know. I don't care as much, but overall, I feel good. I mean, like, I don't know, because like Nintendo. Like, what I'm trying to say is that there were games that were shown that interested me, but at the same time, it's like none of them I'm gonna be buying anytime soon, other than like Mario Odyssey and Fire Emblem Warriors. But I think that's good because I don't want to be spending like $200 every month just to get games. So I don't know. I can't wait to hear more, I guess. And yeah, I guess that's it for my thoughts on this year's E3. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I missed, like I said, but like, hey, that's what it is. I don't know if I'll be doing a lot more discussion videos like this anytime soon. This is just a thing that I'm like, oh, hey, let's do that, even though I'm going to get 0 views. Just like all my other videos, but I don't know. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like as it will help the channel grow, and if you want, you can subscribe to get updates on my uploads as soon as they happen, because this summer I've been uploading quite a bit, because school just doesn't let me upload at all, upload or record. Yeah, but until then, I guess I'll see ya around.